La 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 la.
Hello, everybody. I apologize. But hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show here on the Geeky Puppet Show. And we're back. Yes, we're back for a reading of the amazing, wall-crawling, web-swinging Spider-Man!
Yes.
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 That's the first of quite a few tonight. But before we get into this book, let's go ahead and meet our cast. If you look to my side, he's small, he's green, he's kind of mean. He's Froggy!
Hey.
Oh,
No. You're not Froghide. You're Froggy.
I will be Froggy in a minute.
If you look right down below the frog, you can see, well, if you can look past the Christmas tree that is still alive for some reason.
Yes, you are not going to have my forest burned down.
Let it die.
No.
But anyway.
No.
Anyway, if you look, you can see her. She's right there. She's every woman in the world. And our narrator, Miranya.
Good evening, everyone, and still and friends.
Still and friends. And
you decided to take and friends just for yourself?
Oh, I said also
Greedy.
and friends.
And if you look right down there, it is, of course, Mr. Eric Breen.
You had a week.
Yeah.
At any point in that week, you could have gone in, changed the graphic, made us into something, but no.
Well, I was a little busy. And Mr. Graphic Man, Mr. Graphic Man, I see you watching in the audience. There's the link. I'm going to go ahead and post it there because I tried to send it to your Twitter. Didn't work, but if you want to hop in, there is still a role for you if you would like to join.
That's right. Come in and lose your identity like the rest of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, that's partially how it works here.
One of us.
That's right. The silent majority.
And friends are the Borg.
And there's Mr. Graphic. He's going to be... how do you feel about being Joe Robertson tonight?
Fantastic.
There we go.
Especially if Zach can't do it.
Yeah, no. Zach especially can't do it. That's why he wouldn't even show up today. But that's another matter.
Grandma, you want to take Flash too then? Because Grizzly's got a lot of lines. So
Okay.
Alrighty. And without further ado, let's go ahead and show this fantastic book. There we go. Can you read that top part for us, Miranya?
The Amazing Spider-Man.
yes.
I need to be able to up the screen. I can't make it bigger.
That's what she said.
It's weird. Okay, thank you. It's
Go ahead, Mr. Grizzly.
Your time is up, wall crawler. This is the day of the Grizzly.
Get up, man! Get up, or he'll kill us both!
warning. Don't sneak a peek at our last page appearance of a surprise supervillain.
The Riddler.
That's right.
And it's a cane cover, too. I'm not going to read that thing about his demonstration.
Right there. Come on. It's
Okay,
important.
fine. While attending a demonstration in radiology, high school student Peter Parker was bitten by a spider which had accidentally been exposed to radioactive rays. Through a miracle of science, Peter soon found that he had gained the spider's powers and had in fact become a human spider. Stan Lee presents The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
The end of summer, almost. The air's a little cooler now. The sun doesn't quite shine quite so brightly, and the evening arrives a little earlier than it did only a month ago. Some people find these last few days of August depressing. Well, my birthday's in there.
And
Others
that
find
tree will still be there.
well, we'll see. Others find them a delight because they're the winter people.
They're from
Like
the
Maroney.
Northwest.
As for our web-slinging hero, well, when you're worrying about as many things as he is, you hardly have time to even notice the season. Never mind care. In Day of the Grizzly, one of Marvel's mightiest, brought to you by Jerry Conway, author, Ross Andrew, artist. He's actually pretty good. F. Giacoa and D. Hunt, embellishers, Artie Simic. That's, what is that?
Letterer.
Letterer. Jan Bruner, colorist. Roy Thomas, editor. Nice. Posterity, take note. The rest of you, onward.
And just a nice full shot.
Yeah, nice splash page.
3 weeks and I still haven't found a place to live. I'm beginning to think I might become the Flash's permanently. Roommate, yeah. And that's just too heavy a thought to deal with
Yeah.
as I fly eastern. Imagine my worst enemy, in high school, and he's the only guy who'd put me up when I lost my old apartment, Asterisk.
If you missed last issue, nuts to you, Roy.
If it wasn't so funny, it'd be ironic. Oh, well, I guess I can't complain. I'm not dressed like that guy down there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Mikey.
well, I guess I can complain. I'm not like that, dressed like that guy down there. For a fellow whose girlfriend who died only a few months ago, I've been making out pretty well.
Would
Wow,
you like
already?
To let you live after we kill Franklin. He was our friend.
And frankly, that scares me.
Franklin.
In a way, I've been wishing for something lousy, really lousy to happen, like Zach skipping out on the reading. Because I still feel guilty about Gwen's death. I don't like to punish myself in private by getting into a thoroughly impossible jam. Yeah, that's me, Mr. Machism, 1974.
Masochism.
Masochism.
I've heard it both ways.
No, you haven't. Now we
You've done
have.
it. You've done it both ways.
That's for something else.
That's
If-
rawhide.
Hey.
If things go badly, I'm unhappy, and if things go well, I'm still unhappy.
Yeesh.
So either way, I just can't win. So much for psychoanalysis or self-psychoanalysis. Who needs a shrink when a guy has himself to talk to? A guy who talks to himself, that's who. So this is the street Liz found the apartment on. Not bad for 12th Street, I guess. We should pick up the trash. And for the kind of rent I'm able to pay, it's the best neighborhood I'm likely to find. That's the one thing wrong with this superhero business. There's no money in it, and I don't have any pockets to carry it anyway. To support myself, I have to sell photographs to a tightwad like J. Jonah Jameson. I think you shouldn't give him a third J.
I deserve all the J's.
God, I can still hear him in my head. It's
Yeah.
horrible. Which is something even Voss wouldn't do, even on a bad day. Anyway, it's a living, and I'll pay the rent on this pad Liz told me about just barely. And until I graduate from college in a few years, selling photos to a newspaper like the Daily Bugle is just about the best job I can get. You know, that kills me. Here I am, a guy who's just saved the entire city from being stolen. Asterisk.
See
Hyphen.
See Marvel Team Up number 28 now on sale. Roy.
Quit calling me Roy. And the best I can do for an apartment is a tenement in Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Boy, boy. You know what? You've now heard it both ways.
Chelsea.
Peter, you fallen on bad times. And Breen, you gotta deal with what if I misread things.
Yes.
And with your luck, things will get worse. and then you'll be mugged.
I like your mug in the English language.
As fate would have it, Peter isn't mugged this cool August evening. And though he isn't exactly enthralled by the sights and smells of his possible new neighborhood, he isn't really repelled either.
Looks like it's been gentrified.
Yeah, kind of. Which is why, when he reaches the newsstand where Liz Allen is waiting for him, he's in a more or less cheerful mood, and not in his usual brown study. That's kind of weird.
Hey, Liz Allen, looking for someone?
I was waiting for Prince Charming, Mr. Parker, but you'll do. Till something better comes along.
Let's check out the newsstand.
Wow. Screw you, I'm going on. Gee, you sure know how to flatter a fella, Miss Liz Allen. Guy might think you're not happy to see him. Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge.
Enough already. I'm happy. Here, take a look at this.
Jameson quits Beagle. Yes.
In your dreams.
Hey, Breen, is Gaucha the inker on the back of that newspaper?
Yes.
Yes.
3.5 rooms, 110 a month.
Wow.
That's a bargain.
Yeah.
Compared to today's rent, yes. That's about my level, all right. Where is this place, Liz Allen?
Over here. I looked up the address while I was waiting.
On your smartphone? I'm not sure if this is me or you.
That's you.
That's
All
you.
right, then we might as well give it a try, right? After all, I've got nothing to.
Yeah? What do you want?
This apartment, you put an ad?
The old lady grunts. The door buzzes and unlocks, and soon Peter and Liz find themselves on a rickety stairway, and above them, come on already! I ain't good all day.
Dumb old broad. I mean, if you're busy.
She
Aunt
looks.
May?
Not too busy to show you around, Sonny. That's what the landlord pays me and my husband for.
Poor guy.
To show people around, fix the pipes, make sure there aren't no late parties. You know the drill.
You're the superintendent?
Not me, my husband. I'm Mamie. He's Bonnie. What do you think, Peter? With a little work, this could be a pretty nice place.
I think I might be getting drunk tonight if I could afford it. I might as well face it, Liz Allen. After living with Harry Osborne in a plush East Side pad all these years. It's too late to go back. I'm just a little bit spoiled.
What's not to be spoiled about? You've got a cook-in kitchen, your own bathroom, even a view of the river.
All
Well,
the
that's
man
something.
art.
Well, that's something anyway. Which window is it?
That one. You have to sort of lean out. But if you look west, there she is.
Got any ropes? I'm gonna hang myself tonight. Horrible. Right. You have to sort of lean out, and there she is. This lays on crack.
So, what do you say, Sonny?
Say this building should be condemned.
Will you take the place? It's only $110 a month, you know.
Well, lady, I guess you've got yourself a deal. If I wasn't broke, I'd live somewhere else.
On that note, let's turn time forward a bit. To 3 hours after our heroes made the formal lease arrangements, as he arrives, Spidey style, at the offices of the Daily Bugle.
We want you now at this moment to turn your headsets, your volume down, because you're about to be violated in your ears.
Mm-hmm.
Fair warning.
I just get back, and this is what I have to look forward to. I see how it is.
It's shameful.
Where?
It's also warranted.
Peter, you're back. You had us worried for a while that you'd really quit after all.
You know me, Betty. If I could quit, I would.
Issue number 136, Roy.
Quick, call me Roy. A lot of talk and occasional blow up. Now, and then. But basically, I love this place. And besides, I need the bread. I really need it.
The same old Peter. I never know when you're kidding. Have you seen Mary Jane since she got out of the hospital? Asterisk from injuries sustained in issue number 136. Again, Roy.
Spoke to her last night. She's staying with her aunt for a few days, until she's back on her feet.
Say, now that's good news, son.
Hi, Mr. Joe Robinson. How's the editing bench? Has Jonah J. Jameson fired you today yet?
What the hell did you call me?
Has Dumbass been around? After a while, it's almost press time.
Give him a few more minutes, Peter. So, how have you been doing yourself, you self-enforced exile?
With two hands. I mean, no complaints. As a matter of fact,
What on earth?
Some sort of smashing. Coming from the elevator bank.
Boom!
Nothing can stop me. Nothing. So look out, New York. The Grizzly is back in town. And so are the boys.
No, true believer, you haven't missed an issue. This is the first time we've ever seen the Grizzly, but, well, let's explain later, okay? Roy.
Quick, call me Roy.
He's some sort of crazy giant, almost 9 feet tall. What a story this would make.
Then go ahead, Frank. Write it. Me, I'm getting out of here.
You're always like this, Betsy Lowe.
Grump.
Ruff. Almost magically, the city room, filled with 24 reporters only a moment ago, is emptied. Or rather, almost emptied. For 3 of the room's inhabitants are blocked off, cornered by the approaching Grizzly. And if you're wondering who they might be, wonder no longer.
Pete, get out of here. Run for help. I'll try to hold this character off some. How? Protect Betty.
All right, you're on your own. Later.
Hurry, Peter.
I'm hurrying.
In the name of heaven, hurry, man.
Quit rushing me.
Robbie, he's coming towards me. He's going to attack.
I've got to distract him somehow. Get his attention away from Betty.
Whoomp.
Looks like I've succeeded. Only too well.
Spack!
Oh.
Back. Oh.
I'll call you back, Dick. There's some sort of racket in my outer office. It's getting so a man can't make a telephone call in a piece around here. If it isn't that fool Parker, it's somebody else wanting a raise, and blast it, I'm headed up to here. Rawr. Slam.
The fool. He doesn't realize my power, my sheer animal strength. Nothing can stop the Grizzly. No door, no wall, no editor with 3 initials in the same one in his name. Nothing.
Not even a fashion designer.
No, he stopped me pretty good.
For the sake of our story, that better be an exaggeration, because there's one person who's going to try to stop the Grizzly, whoever he is. And that person's name is Spider-Man.
Yes.
From the sound of things, that's not Grizzly Adams. That Grizzly character is in Jonah's office. I should get photos of this.
Crash.
And that means I have to... Oh, crap. Wow. It's Jonah thrown through a window. What a photo opportunity.
That's J. Jonah Jameson!
With 2 J's, who cares when you split?
3!
In a way, I almost hate to do this. Flip, flip. I mean, neither of us will ever forgive me. I won't forgive myself. Really, not.
Ah! It's a net! Forming in midair! I'm saved! Oh no! Not you!
It's like I said, Jonah. Neither of us will forgive me. From now on, when you put me down in public, I'll have only myself to blame.
Why, you wall-crawling, skyscraper-defacing, cake-eating menace!
Hey, Grizzly, he's down here. And you'll have to live with the fact that you owe your life to the guy you hate the most. Me.
It's a plot! A conspiracy! You're in cahoots with that madman up there!
He doesn't have a blue box, so he can't be that bad. And also, that's nice to know, Jonah. Maybe then Fuzzy Wuzzy here will come along quietly. Hmm?
Did he just call me Jana?
Yes.
Fuck! 1. Oh no.
Somehow I didn't think so. I guess that just leaves me this.
Pal.
And this. Huh? That punch would have knocked out over the rhino. Huh, but you're still standing. Ah, crap.
Maybe now you get the idea, punk. I used to be #1 in this town until Jameson destroyed me. Now I'm #1 again, thanks to a friend of mine.
Who is it, Mr. Rabbit? Or maybe
It's
Christopher
on a
Robin?
need-to-know basis, and there ain't a thing you can do to hurt me.
I'm beginning to believe it. And it isn't possible. It just isn't. I'm the hero
I'm
of the
like
story.
Miranya's Christmas tree.
Oh God, he's never going away.
Oh,
Wham!
not the tree.
Punk, you don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do you about my tree.
Mister, I wouldn't bet on it. That tree's gonna die sometime.
Never. Hey, you hurt me, you little creep. I'll tear you apart for that, you hear? I'll shred you up like little scraps of tissue. And I've got the claws to do it, too. With two. I've heard
If you
it
get
both ways.
yeah, only if you get the chance to connect with them, Mr. Big Bear.
Mr. Big Bear's his father.
Ah. Sorry, but I'm not gonna give you that chance, Baby Bear. Not by a long shot.
Bunt.
Blast it! Hold still! This ain't fair! You're not letting me use my powers!
What do you think this is, handsome? A boxing match with rules and a referee? No, it's not.
Well, thanks for calling me handsome, but don't say that! I'm better than any bum in the ring, you hear?
You don't want to be a bum, Rock.
I'm the Grizzly, and the Grizzly is the toughest of them all.
Aw, we just get you a little pot of honey. You'll be fine.
For several seconds, there's an unhealthy silence in the shattered room, and then
Ha! I knew it. The famous Spider-Man!
Yes!
Nothing but a weakling punk. A guy like him wouldn't have lasted one round in the old garden. He ain't a wrecking machine, Rock. He's not worth tearing apart. My job here is done.
In that costume, it probably chafes like a bear.
It does.
bare necessity. But if the Grizzly had chance to glance over one of his massive shoulders at that moment,
I did it! I played dead, that stupid Grizzly. Grizzly doesn't realize it, but But I was only faking unconscious.
Yes, I do.
I couldn't afford a long bout with him. Besides, I got little guy over there to take care of. Not with Cutie Pie hanging out there and the webbing that'll dissolve within a few minutes.
It's supposed to last an hour! No!
Maybe the fight takes an hour.
Get me down from here, you costume criminal! I swear I'll see you in jail for this for 30 years!
My. Such a temper. You think it's supposed to last an hour? Well, we can wait. You know? And also, were you always so much fun, or did you just take lessons of being this nice?
As usual, J. Jonah Jameson's, yes, I use all 3 letters, answer is unprintable. So let's jump ahead 10 seconds to this scene, as Betty Brant and Joe Robinson slowly regain their senses to find Spider-Man!
Yes!
But what happened to that giant? And Peter? Where's Peter?
I sent him for help. You don't suppose that Grizzly character?
Don't worry about Parker, folks. He can take care of himself. Also, Jameson's the guy who needs a babysitter, because frankly, I've got better things to do. So don't worry. That webbing will come off in an hour. You're welcome.
Across the city, church bells chime a midnight toll. 12 bongs of the big clock, marking the official end of one day and the beginning of another. First Spider-Man, though.
Yes.
Yes.
The day's still driving on. As he follows the relentless pulse of the spider tracer he planted on the escaping Grizzly's back, and wonders where it will lead him, and to what.
There must be something to that old saying, idle minds are the devil's playground. Since all this activity started this evening, I haven't had time to think. And considering the kind of thoughts I've been having lately, that's a blessing. I mean, maybe that's the reason I became Spider-Man, and why I've remained Spider-Man all these years. Just to chase down a guy in a bear suit. I mean, oh crap. It's a way to get involved in problems that aren't my own. And it's always easier to solve a mystery than to understand your own heart. Yeah, well, I don't know. Sometimes mysteries aren't easy to solve either. Take this mystery, for instance. Judging from the way the Grizzly spoke and the things he said, he's probably an Xboxer or something. Or he just watches a lot of sports channels. And that raises a question. What is he doing here in this plush old Washington Square? I won't get the answer by Spidey, but maybe as Peter Parker, I can flush out a few secrets. If I'm just careful. Ah, crap. My spider sense is warning me that something's wrong.
It's a nostril shot without Gil Kane.
The Grizzly isn't the only strange thing here, strange guy in here. But who's the other one? And why? Oh, pardon me. Could I use your telephone? I'm from out of town and...
Certainly. Won't you come in?
Now I know something's wrong. Nobody asks me like that question. Or even lets a stranger into their apartment in Manhattan. This has got to be a crap.
Pow. Fuck.
Consciousness comes back slowly, fading in like the picture on a television tube. Sound first, then light and color afterwards. And when the picture has completely assembled itself, Peter discovers he's viewing a nightmare.
Check out my ass.
It is a nightmare.
He's showing him something else, too. With that pose.
This is magnificent, Grizzly. Utterly superb. Don't you see? We managed to lure Peter Parker here. And wherever Peter Parker is, Spider-Man can't be
Yes.
far behind. And put some pants on. Only I get to do
Yeah.
my skivvies.
Though he's never seen a strange olive garb grotesque before, Peter has heard his voice. And when his ears don't tell him, his spider sense does.
It's a jackal, and he's naked. Oh, God. And for the way he's talking, my problems have just begun.
You guessed that, did you, Peter? If you think your life is a big complex now, wait until you see what's in store for you next issue when the Jackal strikes back. Remember, gang, we warned you. It's going to be a blockbuster.
Gams?
Yeah.
Good golly, don't talk about her that way.
Did you see the gams on May? What Muggins? What was her name?
Miss Muggins.
Mrs. Muggins.
I don't want to think about Mrs. Muggins.
No.
I think if Mrs. Muggins takes off her wig, she's Bonnie.
Probably.
I don't want to think
Thank
about
you,
this.
the Batman. Mr. Jameson should have 5 J's. Just 5 J's every time. So figure it out somehow. That's
I thought
right.
it was 4.
I thought Mrs. Muggins kind of looked like Crowley.
Jolly Jonah Jameson.
Oh, you
With
have
shorter
met
hair.
my dear mother. She is quite a wonderful woman once you get to know her and you stop looking at her face.
This was going to be a propitious reading, but now it's not anymore.
But that is the end. It's obviously part 1. 140 should be, well, not coming out soon, but read to you soon. We'll figure out a time when.
in the next
and where.
5 minutes.
Probably next 5 minutes. Probably Friday. We'll see. But we want to thank you so much for joining us. I can hear Froggy. He's in my mind now. He's saying new, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Yeah, Graphic Man's hearing it. He wishes that he didn't hear it.
I was saying that like an hour ago.
But that is all. Also, check out the Ko-Fi if you can. And, well, we'll see you next time. So, from all of us, thank you and bye!
Bye.
Bye.
And friends.
And Spider-Man!